Welcome back to Simply Renee. I'm Renee, and today I'm just going to show you two recipes that I really enjoy, spinach squares and an iced cafe latte. I made the spinach squares last week for my staycation, and they were super amazing. I loved it so much, and I wanted to share that recipe with you. And the iced cafe latte is something I've been drinking on and off for almost 10 years, and I hope you will enjoy both these recipes. Please be sure to click any of the links in the description box. And before I begin, thank you so much for subscribing, watching, sharing, and liking and commenting on my videos. Without further ado, here are the recipes. First recipe is spinach squares, and this is really great as an appetizer or vegetable. Some say it's a frittata tastes like, and I have to say it's pretty good and delicious and can be served cold or hot. It comes from the Jaime Sylvian cookbook, for which I did a Venus de Milo soup a short time ago, and I'll leave a video link in the description box if you'd like to check out that recipe. I'm also going to recommend pausing the video if you like, just to look at all the ingredients that you see here. Preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. First, you're going to take two 10-ounce packages of frozen chopped spinach and place it in a wire strainer, rinsing under hot water to thaw. And once it's nicely thawed, you're going to press out all the water and set it aside. Your spinach should look like the image that you see, and it's a very nice dry with all the water squeezed out of it. Next, you're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter or margarine in a frying pan over medium heat. And then you're going to saute a 1/4 pound mushroom sliced with 1 small onion chopped until the onion is nice and limp, as you see here. And then you're going to set that aside. While that's cooling, make sure you take a bowl where you're going to beat 4 eggs with a fork. And then you're going to add a 1/4 cup of fine dried breadcrumbs with 2 tablespoons of a 1/4 cup grated Parmesan cheese, 1/8 teaspoon pepper, 1/8 teaspoon basil leaves, and 1/8 teaspoon oregano leaves. You're going to add 1 can of condensed cream of mushroom soup. That's 10 3/4 ounce can. And then you're also going to add the chopped spinach and then the sauté onions and mushrooms. And you're going to beat that all in your mixing bowl until it's nicely mixed. Then you're going to take all of it and turn it into a well-greased 9-inch square baking pan, and you're just seeing me shape it out so it's nicely evened out. Then you're going to sprinkle the remaining Parmesan cheese that you have. Then you're going to bake it uncovered in the oven, which has been preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 35 minutes or until set when lightly touched. Then you're going to let it cool and serve cold or reheat in a 325 degree Fahrenheit oven for 10 to 12 minutes, and it serves 8 to 10 people. This next recipe is one I make quite often if you're a coffee lover and espresso lover, and it comes from the Giotto de Laurentiis recipe book, and I really like this recipe, and you can find a link of that in the description, and here's just the ingredient list that you can pause and take a look at. Now, in order to do this recipe, you're going to prepare the cinnamon simple syrup. That's 1 cup of sugar with a 1/2 cup of water and then 4 cinnamon sticks, which you're going to bring to a boil. And then you're going to let it simmer for about 5 minutes, and then you're going to cool. And here you just see how it comes together, where it's a little bit more melted sugar and how everything forms quite well until it's a little bit thick. As you let the syrup cool, you're going to start the process of brewing your espresso. And brewing the espresso is something that I use with my Keurig, and I use a reusable Keurig cup for the ground espresso. And the recipe recommends making 1.5 ounces each, which would bring it to 4 shots. And so it's going to be 6 ounces that I'm going to brew in the Keurig. And then I'm going to let that nicely cool. In order to prepare it, I'm going to take a 1 1/3 cup milk, and I've tried it with non-dairy milk, which you could give a try if you like, but it does recommend whole milk. Then I'm going to add the espresso. Then I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of the simple syrup, and the entire recipe of the cinnamon simple syrup comes to 2 1/3 cups, so you have plenty of it left over, but for just this one recipe, they recommend only a 1/4 cup. And then you're just going to mix and stir. I'm going to put this in a 17-ounce plastic milk container I got from Amazon, and this is just a nice way to prepare it. Sometimes they say you should serve it immediately, but I'm doing a prepared one instead. And I'm just going to pour it through the strainer and into the container. And here you just see how much comes from one recipe. So it actually fits half of this 17-ounce container, and therefore I'm going to double it, as you see here. And I didn't get a chance to take a photo of myself with it, but here is a photo of the prepared, filled iced cafe latte, and we also have, of course, the photograph of it that I took from the Food Network website, just so you can get a better look at it, a little bit more nicely designed. I hope you enjoyed those recipes. Please be sure to click any of the links to these recipes down below, along with video attachments made here on this channel. And please be sure to also like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more information. I'll be back on Friday with a more extended video, a little bit of a bonus for everybody. And thank you so much again for tuning in, subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting my videos. I'll see you next time. Bye.